So we're leaving the egg retrieval. Got my IV patch, but I feel tired, but I feel pretty good. A little crampy. The same amount of kind of bloated feeling that I did before. And this video is going to be a part of a secret video. Because we're doing a fresh transfer and we're not telling anybody about it. So you'll see this after the fact. Really kind of if it works, but maybe either way.
Yeah.
Either way?
Yeah, I say either way.
So we're running around and getting like prescriptions, food
for later.
When we were in there, we were like, okay, I think we're gonna make the decision to do a fresh transfer, and we told all the nurses, don't tell my mom, because she was there for the egg retrieval, and so don't mention it in front of my mom because we want to surprise her. So yeah, surprise. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we're not making a bad decision and wasting an embryo. But what do you think?
I'm very excited. I'm just like ready. I brought out the medication calendar for Lindsay to look at. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm pumped. I'm like excited. I'm ready.
One of the things we didn't ask them is if it's gonna be by the time we go to Austin. The mom grab when she breaks quickly. By the time we go to Austin, are we going to be missing beta tests at that point?
I don't know. The first test is going to be the 19th.
Hi. So I wanted to update people for our secret transfer. Our secret 5-day transfer that hopefully will work and it'll be the best surprise ever for everybody. We decided, since there is currently 5 fertilized eggs on day 1, and that number is going to go down throughout the week to seeing what we're going to end up with as far as embryos go. We are canceling genetic testing, and we are going to just give a shot to each of the ones that last and just hope for the best. Why are we going to do genetic testing on like 3? Whereas we thought genetic testing would be helpful if there was like a lot of them. But there's not, and that's okay. So we're just going to give each one a shot. So my protocol for the 5-day transfer is estradiol twice a day, and the HCG shot that I took yesterday right after retrieval for the ovaries to start producing their own progesterone. And then 3 times a day we're doing vaginal inserts of endometrium progesterone. Yeah, that's the plan leading up to our 5-day transfer, but it's a secret.
Good morning. Good oatmeal.
We're transferring.
Today's the day. Fresh transfer.
Secret transfer.
Shh.
And
What do we got?
4AA embryo.
That's what we're transferring in, is a 4AA.
Yeah.
You gotta talk louder.
What else do you want to know?
Tell them how many we have.
We're freezing 3.
So out of the 5.
After this.
Out of the 5, we got 4 baby chances, which is dope. This is an awkward way that I'm holding it, so I'm gonna move it for a second. Sorry.
Very high percentages, like from they retrieved 7, but only 6 were mature eggs. So really, out of 6 that were fertilized,
We got 5 fertilized. There were
6 mature eggs, 5 fertilized,
and then 4 that
and 4 of them
lasted.
have made it. One of them's like a little straggler, but that's like crazy numbers.
You got strong eggies in
Great.
there.
I'm sure everybody's throwing up from motion sickness.
At least they're not throwing up from looking at that nasty oatmeal.
Love oatmeal.
I hate oatmeal. Okay. Hi. I'm so excited. That's not our baby, but that could be. It's a little white. I think it's a little whiter than I'm hoping for. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I had to tell my therapist because I'm like, I had to tell somebody that we're doing this thing fresh because I have a big old mouth and I can't, like, I'm like, like burst at the seams. I want to tell everyone, but I'm not going to. Okay, I'm really excited. We'll see you on the other side. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that wasn't recording. Thanks, Sean. I just got a call from my doctor, and I'm pregnant.
Super pregnant.
Like, the goal being above 50, and it's 500.
Something.
520
something. Man, I can't believe I wasn't recording any of that. I was crying. It was a lot. It was.
Oh my God.
He's a baby.
I want to go pee on a stick right now. I was saying I didn't really have any symptoms, like kind of cramping a little bit, but it went away every once in a while. It wasn't like, it felt like a period coming on a little bit. So I was like, for sure, not a thing. Oh my God, we're doing this thing. Like it's real now. Like, oh my God, like it's going to grow in there and then it's going to come out and like from one way, possibly two.
From 2 ways?
They're either gonna take it out.
Big sister!
Raj, you're the first announcement.
Raj, come here. Care. We're having a baby. Are you excited? Are you gonna be a good girl? Thank you. I don't like that.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm gonna pee on a stick and see if it shows up. It has to show up if it's
It's like
500. Let's do it.
So when do y'all leave?
A week from today. Yeah, we have a big really.
Well, today I was like, wait, is that next week? But
Yeah, she didn't even realize it was.
Now, you both seem very much relaxed right now because you got the whole egg thing behind you.
Yeah.
You seem way more relaxed.
it was a huge chunk of it. It was almost the worst
yeah.
in comparison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But I can feel the energy feels more
Yeah.
relaxed.
We actually we got something today. We need to show you.
What is it?
What? Is this
And
like the embryo?
Then that happened too.
Wait, what? Wait.
We
Did they
transferred.
put one in?
We transferred one fresh, and we didn't tell you.
You did not.
Oh, congratulations!
I'm going to.
Stop it. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a baby in there.
Yeah.
Did you really?
That's it.
That's it. That's our baby.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Could be a could.
We just thought we'd stop by here and say hi to you.
Well, hi.
Hi.
You want to go?
I'd love to.
Okay.
I would get something.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
like
there's
the
some more.
you like the Thai spring rolls.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I can get something. Yeah, I'd love to go.
So Lindsay and Sean surprised us and came up, and we were going to do tacos at home, and then the girls said, you know, hey, I think we're going to come up, and we're like, cool, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, turn that down for a minute.
I'll turn it off. It's just
Yeah.
the news.
Good.
We actually surprised her with something, which
Oh.
was this. Can you read it? And she was dying to come over and tell you.
I don't even think y'all sat down. I said we gotta go to my mom's.
Mom's crying too.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, you've been through so much.
I know. It's crazy.
Oh, well, I thought we were going to wait 6 to 8 weeks.
I was
Yeah. Flip through it.
It's quite the novel.
Yeah, it's quite the novel though. What am I supposed to? Oh, baby! That's our embryo.
Yeah.
It's a baby.
Yeah.
It's a good thing it's not 6 weeks old.
I'm just kidding. That'd be the ugliest 6 weeks old.
Actually, it is 6 weeks old.
Yeah, we kind of lied to you, and we transferred that embryo, and I'm pregnant right now.
You've already done it?
Yeah, we wanted to tell you in person, so we lied to you to get you up here, and I'm filming you right now.
When'd you do that?
You're crying.
When'd you do that? Congratulations.
Thanks. When did we do it? The 9th.
The night.
How about you?
Good. Your pregnancy test today went to 1,256, which is a very good ride.
Awesome.
So it did exactly what it was supposed to do. So you are going to continue the same medications you were taking. Not changing anything.
Okay.
We need to schedule your OB ultrasound for Thursday, April 11th.
Okay.
Let me see. I have a 10:30, 10:45, 11:15, 11:30.
Yeah, I've stopped the edit, and I need to fill in the time after that because a lot of stuff went down.
Yeah, that
So-
we just didn't record. So
We stopped recording. We're both a little bit sick, so we sound horrible.
yes,
But I really needed to get this video uploaded. The last clip here is seeing that our HCG levels doubled, which was great. They were over 1,000, and we scheduled the first ultrasound, which would have been at how many weeks would I have been?
7.
7.
7.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we go in for that ultrasound, and we saw 2 sacs.
Yeah.
So we saw one littler sac and one larger sac. The little one was definitely way behind. There was no like fetal pole where they could measure where like the baby was in there. There was really just nothing there. And the other one, we could see the fetal pole, and we could also see a flickering heartbeat, which measured around 100 beats per minute.
Yeah.
And when the doctor measured the fetal pole, it was a little bit smaller than she would have liked.
Yeah, it was like about a week behind.
It was about a week
is what
behind.
she said.
She seemed a little bit concerned. She was a little bit confused about how the embryo had split. And it was like kind of a weird presentation of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. She was like, I haven't seen this before.
Yeah,
I'm going
like
to talk to my colleagues about
she was
it.
going to ask some other doctors about it, and she scheduled us for an ultrasound a week later. So we go in a week later. Oh, by the way, also symptoms. Like, I was right at the 6-week mark. I felt so nauseous. Like, so unbelievably nauseous. Constantly. Nothing really helped it. I did some stuff like lozenges and teas that would help temporarily.
I
but
made
it was
her a
not-
tincture that she refused to drink. It was
disgusting.
fine.
It was intense all day long, and then so that was at week 6, and at week 7, which is when our ultrasound was, I still was feeling that. The following week, which would have been week 8, I started to feel a little bit less nauseous. It was like different. I also had a little bit of like lower back pain. So we go into that ultrasound,
Which is like a period. Pain
like
for you.
period kind of pain, but just really light. And so I wasn't sure if that was like maybe pregnancy symptoms, or I don't know. I wasn't really sure going into it like what we were going to see or what the outcome was going to be. It could go either way. It could have really progressed and it caught up on the timeline, or it was at least progressing, or it maybe wasn't progressing and I wasn't sure what to think about it. So we go into that 8-week ultrasound, and there was no more heartbeat and there was no growth.
Yeah, it was still stuck at 6 weeks, and
Yeah.
it was now like week 8. So
Yes. She could also see some blood pooling around the sac. And so it just wasn't looking good. And at that point, she said that, like, that was it.
Yeah.
So, she gave me some options. I could take Cytotec, which would induce, like, my uterus to cramp and induce
Pass the tissue
past
itself.
the tissue. There's a chance that you could take that and you still would need to do a DNC to remove the tissue that's all in there. And so I decided to take, but there are some risks that come with a DNC. like puncturing the uterus.
Yeah,
Are you
especially
okay?
yeah, no, I'm fine. Especially after having taken the Cytotec, the risks increase.
I was kind of worried about that, so I thought I'm gonna take Cytotec. I'm gonna see like if it works. I took it the following day because I just wanted to get this process over with. It was very emotional that day. It was like just emotions coming and going, and she said that I would feel, she gave me a narcotic for pain. She gave me anti-nausea medication. So I was kind of preparing myself for the worst, but I've had worse periods than what happened that day. And I've had really intense periods before.
Right.
Maybe that was it, and I'm just used to really bad periods, or maybe it didn't all work. And so we go in.
Plot twist.
Yeah, we go in for another ultrasound. It didn't all work.
Of course.
She said, okay, well, you could take Cytotec again. There's a chance that after that you could still need a DNC.
Or you could just let it pass naturally.
You could let it
which
pass naturally.
could take a long time, and there's
A
risks
week
with that, too, because you could get an infection. And,
yeah.
Or you could do the DNC.
Or you can do the DNC. And so I decided I need to be done with this because this was probably the hardest thing I've ever gone through, I would say. And I just needed to move past it, and I wanted to just try again. And some of the worries that kind of came up with this in general, not the DNC, but the miscarriage, was that maybe we messed up and the embryos were abnormal and we decided not to test them.
Yeah, so are they all gonna do this? And
yeah.
we were definitely of course hindsight's 20/20, right?
Yeah.
And so we're kicking ourselves for having not done genetic testing, but here we are.
We go in for the DNC. They put me under and general anesthesia. They do the DNC. They get it all the tissue. It went fine.
Yeah, no complications.
No. And then they send off the tissue for genetic testing, which I was hoping, would give us some peace of mind at least. She said it looked genetically normal.
Yeah. Likely the problem was that little sac was sucking energy from the other one. That's totally what she said.
Just wait a second before you get defensive about it. I think what she meant, what she was saying, was that the way that it split did not allow a proper placenta development for the bigger one.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't taking nutrients from it like the evil twin. It just didn't develop properly in the way that it split.
That little sac is an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it seems to be genetically normal. It was just an abnormal split, which is reassuring that the other embryos could be fine.
Are likely fine.
Are likely fine. There's still a chance of abnormal embryos, but we didn't test them, so we don't know for sure. And we also found out that it was a boy, that it had male chromosomes. And so that was hard to find out as well, because we kind of wanted a boy.
Yep.
And with our luck, that was the only boy.
Oh, that's the only one. The rest are 100% girls.
So that was kind of hard to hear, but I do think that I would have always kind of wondered if that was going to happen. Can now talk about it a little bit more and just kind of tell the story more without the emotions, because we've been through the emotions a lot. It's been a month, and we now are just finally able to make this video. I've told enough people the timeline of what I can't.
Yeah, it's been about a month, because April 7th was our first ultrasound. So yeah, it's been about a month. I felt like we didn't leave the house for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We've had barring necessity.
We've had immediate family know. We've had kind of the immediate friends know, and they've been so supportive, helpful, sweet, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
I want to talk about emotions.
Okay.
I had some.
Yeah.
And I guess it was interesting to kind of see. I feel like this is the first hard thing that we as a couple have dealt with, and that has been really hard.
You think so?
Yeah, totally.
Well, this is a weird
I mean, people have like died and stuff,
right.
but like
I see it as a continuation of all the people that have died in the last year and a half or 2 years.
Yeah, I guess like because the people that have died have either been like
my family
or your family, one or the others. This was like a thing for us, so I think this has been like the first very difficult like trying thing on our like coupleness. And it was interesting to kind of to just see, I talked to my therapist about this, about like the different ways in which we grieve. And I think like I hit a point where I couldn't not see people anymore. And I was like, I need community. I need a sense of community. And so like not telling people that we had, people that we told we were pregnant, like not having told them that we weren't pregnant anymore, like that was like eating me alive. Like I just wanted, like I wanted to tell everyone immediately, and I wanted to make this video like immediately just because I like thatness, and you need like, you isolate. She's an Aquarius.
I didn't even know that I was gonna do that, and I didn't know that I was gonna react to this in this way because it wasn't a baby, and
and that's what I want to talk about too.
We could assign that sort of name to it if we wanted to, as like fully, formed humans. We could do that, but the reality is it wasn't a baby.
And so I don't think we were mourning a baby.
No, exactly. We were mourning like the idea of what the future was going to hold, and we were also so excited to be done with the fertility process for right now, because that is awful. It is so awful.
This is a horrible, horrible process.
It's a horrible process, and it's going to be hard for the people who are going through it or are about to go through it. I'm sure it'll all be worth it, but we're not there yet. And we were just mourning the idea of it. And so I didn't realize I was going to react in this way. It kind of just, the emotions have just come and gone. There's been times where, and the hormones, I'm sure, have contributed to that. But
I'm sure.
I didn't want to see anybody. I had social anxiety about the idea or the encounter that will happen when we are like told somebody, and then now we have to tell them again that we're not pregnant, and just I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I
mean, there's still to this day people that we told we were pregnant and haven't told that we're not.
Yeah, and the other thing too is we probably would do it again the same way as far as telling people. You know what I mean? We still weren't going to make an announcement to everybody until maybe a little bit later, but we started telling people the moment we found out. Like my mom, that day we went to see my mom was
the day literally the day,
And so,
and we told friends in Austin,
we just couldn't hold it in, and we wouldn't do anything different because then those people turned around and they were there for us, which is what we needed. So it's hard, as it is for me to go back and have to tell people, hey, we're not pregnant anymore. I just don't see us doing it any other way, waiting till 12 weeks, and the excitement was too much. I mean, we've been trying for a year now, and so it just is too, it's too exciting, and it's people know that that's what we're doing, so it's also every step of it.
And people know every step of it, so it's also just difficult in general to be mom's the word about it. So we knew that going into this and choosing for it to be a surprise or a secret was either going to be the best surprise ever, which it was, which is why I kept the surprises in here, or it was going to be one of the hardest things we were going to go through. And that was going to be true whether or not it worked or not. Both of those things were going to be true. So, and they both ended up being true.
And so, we wanted something to be exciting, like a surprise exciting. And that's why we did it this way. So, I don't know. Now I bled for about a week, 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks after the DNC.
Days.
I'm not bleeding anymore, and I'm going to wait for my cycle to come again, and then we'll do another transfer. My doctor personally said that there was not a medical reason to skip a cycle. So
because by that time, enough time will have passed where your hormones have chilled the fuck out. And
Yeah, and obviously they'll monitor too. If
Right.
the hormones are not good, then they won't do a
Right,
transfer.
right.
But like as far as if everything's good, we're gonna do a transfer right away.
Yeah.
And just see what happens. I mean, it is what it is.
Do you have any other feels?
I feel like I could make a whole nother video about this. If somebody wants me to make another video about it, we can do that. But
About the feels?
about the feels, I think we included some of the feels in here. It's not all coming to me right at this moment about what I want to. Thank you. I'm sorry it took so long to update everybody, even though you all probably thought we were waiting for genetic testing, which would have been 6 weeks anyway. Yeah, so thanks for your love and support. And we'll catch you on the next transfer.
Yep.